There you are.
Okay, let me mute the stream because I'm listening to everything. Okay, now I can hear only one ear, and that makes life easier.
Pachi, how you doing? What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on? I don't
What
know.
is going on? No one knows.
I
No
don't
one
know.
knows what's going on.
Well, I'm dreaming about Danny. I don't know.
Speaking of community, we talked to Chris about community. Your community is loves you. What is so special about Pachi for everyone to just love you so much?
I love that. It's not about parts. I mean, I'm special, and we have this thing. We have this Discord channel, where we have this rule that you cannot be humble because people tend to
Mhm.
like don't play this. I'm like, hey, when I say, oh, you're a great code or something, then they're gonna say, oh, I'm not that good. I said, no, you cannot say that here. If you get a compliment,
Mhm.
you own it. Say thank you and walk away. And you cannot say sorry
Mhm.
for like little things because especially women, we will say, "Oh, sorry for saying like my opinion," and we cannot say that in your Discord channel.
Mhm.
So I love that. That's the thing is what Chris say. I'm authentic, and I just like them, and I know their lives, and we are truly friends. Like I couldn't sleep last night. We just opened Discord, and some of these people were up with me for hours playing stop, and everybody was falling asleep. Some people were lost during the call. Um, but yeah, we're just really truly friends.
Uh, Jail Codes is telling me to spur Matt Stratton.
Oh yeah, you
Is
had to
that
raid. Just send the
okay?
raid to then.
Okay, raid, and then we're gonna just do Matt Stratton.
Yes, people gonna have a raid, but if you wanna stay here and stay for the interview, you just leave the raid and stay here. But if you wanna go see games, you go, or you can do both. You know, good task in the morning. It's good.
Okay, so it's just slash raid and then just Matt Stratton. Is that what we're doing here?
Yes,
So we can have a fun little raid. Boom, perfect.
yes. So leave the raid if you do wanna go. Or you can go and open this in another tab that works too. You know?
And a raid now. We out here, and can we stay here?
Yes, you can stay here. Or you back like a
This
magic. Sorry.
perfect. Do I need to go back to?
No, if you have the string open in your
Mhm.
computer, you might go back because you change automatically, but you should have it.
So we can stay on here. I'm
You can.
confused. Are
No,
we
you're
just
here.
now?
No,
We're
so
still on New Relic.
the string is open until you
Mm-hmm.
close it. So you send the chat there, but you didn't change anything here. So you're good.
Ah,
You're good.
okay,
Oh, I
cool.
just,
We're here.
I
We're
just.
here. We're hanging out. How do we see our chat though? Oh, we don't
Uh,
see the chat anymore.
no, you can't just go back to the channels because everything changed. But just go back to the channel, to the Neuralink channel, and they're
Ah,
gonna
I
be
see.
there.
I see. I see. Okay. Excuse my lack of knowledge, everybody, but
As
we
okay,
are back into it. And there we
we're doing
go.
Twitch
Danny
training.
says they're back.
We're doing Twitch
Um,
training for everybody.
I know learning Twitch is hard, especially when you are learning it again at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I had some people helping me in my way while learning Twitch. But
What? So how did you get into Twitch? What was that like a?
funny thing is that I don't know. Like I remember seeing people. I never enjoy seeing people play games, so I know I never really know what it was. But then somebody on Twitter that I followed was doing it, and I tried to watch it, didn't like it. Then I was like, I had to code my portfolio, and I wasn't doing it. So I was like, hey, why don't I do it live? And I just told my friend, and I started doing that. And at some point, I just found some Brazilians. So
Mhm.
until I found the Brazilian community, I would have like two people watching, and there was no one doing anything. And then I found them, and they're just so active and so together and fun, and it started growing, and I just started loving it. and I spend 12 hours on Twitch every day now. Watch. That's the secret. You
Wow.
don't only stream. You have to watch people's streams and really interact with the chat
Get in the
because
chat, yeah.
yes, if you're just on Twitch talking, people are here to create communities to make friends, not like at YouTube. So like now I'm reading the chat and I'm right back. So I know everybody
What
is there.
what oh, okay, someone already changed the title. Great. Um so were you already programming before you had gotten to Twitch, or did Twitch kind of
Yes.
like reel you in to get more into programming?
I was programming for like a year and a half when I got to it, but it helped. It helped, even though people say that there's no code on my strings, and I look at you, people. It is. It's because like talk. Life code is more than just code. Talking about code, it counts.
Oh yeah, that's such, seems like to me what I've noticed is such a big part of live coding is like engaging with the chat and talking to people and seeing how everyone's doing, and also just like answering questions and taking moments to just like be present.
Mm-hmm. Like we have so many inside jokes that is ridiculous. How many inside jokes? Like sometimes we start talking and somebody from outside comes in. They just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. Like what are they even saying?
Yes.
What?
New vocabulary.
I've such a yes. Chelcoats is such a vibrant community. Um, is there like there? I've heard that there's a big like Ruby community in Brazil, or is it some other country? But like, are there like prominent frameworks or languages in Brazil that people are like gravitate towards?
I would say it's not much different from here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
JavaScript is a big one. Like, in the chat, you have some Pokemon. He's a super famous PHP celebrity. Uh, so if you see, I just like in the chat, like JP, he's 13 and he programs much more than you and me together. I kid you not. And he does like Python and JavaScript and Vue and React and like all those
That's
things.
awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that as a community for everything, there is a nice Ruby community. Though Ruby is one of the few languages that I haven't seen a Brazilian live coder active right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, there is a bit of everything.
What was the beginning or the creation of your dad watching your streams?
I don't know. Like when I watch streaming, I had like all these people that I love watching me that I make friends, but my family wasn't watching me, and I'm like, dude, family, hi, like.
Yeah, like we
And
can hang
then
out.
I start telling my brothers to watch me, and I say joking to my dad, I guess. I didn't think that he was actually watching me. Uh, and then he was like, "You're gonna create an account. What should I call me?" I just said, "I'll just say Pachi's dad, whatever." And he did. And then he started watching me, but not only me. He watched like everybody else's stream,
Really?
more than mine sometimes. And he just talks random stuff about me to people.
Oh my
Like
gosh, that's so funny.
like my daughter's wild, like my daughter is like whatever, and I'm just shaming me like on other people's streams and like, wow, dad, cool, don't you have something else to do in your life? Different than us.
that is his joy.
Yes, that is.
That
And he's
is
like getting popular. He's quite famous in the Brazilian community. He's a meme.
he's famous amongst us now. He I hope somehow through his excitement, because I don't know if you were on stream or you weren't, but my mom made a Twitch
Yeah.
account.
Uh,
Yes, so I maybe she'll become a meme also. But I love that. I love just like the support and just like the thought of parents signing into Twitch just to like hang out. It's so great. Um, so you and I are actually the only two, like, we're the most junior people on the team.
Tell
Like,
me about it.
yeah, like by like a lot, I would think. Like we like I feel like
I don't know
hang.
why I'm here. Do you feel like
Yeah.
that? Like, why am I in this scene? Sometimes, like, I look around and I'm like, huh. I mean,
Okay,
I gotta
well,
trust Jonah on this, and then I like being paid for do this cool stuff, but I'm still
what
not
did
sure.
what did you say about being humble? You take a compliment and you just roll with it, right?
Yeah, it's a work in progress. It's a work.
Yeah, you're like, doesn't mean I do it myself, but
Yes, no, but I'm working. And like I said, because I had this being humble thing, I had people throwing stuff in my face, like, "Hey, you don't you dare!" Like my
mm,
best friend, like I don't. I gotta be honest. I am not very humble, and I blame my mom for that because my mom she grew up saying how to me, my brothers, "Oh, you're perfect, you're awesome, I love you so much." So I'm perfect. My mom said so.
yeah, yeah.
My mom
Like
said so.
I'm gonna believe my mom. That's the
Yeah. Why?
smartest person I
Why
know.
would my mom lie to me?
Yeah.
So I'm not very humble. What's kind of good because I have lots of people that I love that are around me. They don't have self-esteem, and it's kind of sad. And try to share them. Hey, you're awesome!
Yeah, yeah.
Yay! But in this case,
Absolutely.
because like you said, I'm very junior. I was in a job that I didn't love, and I was making like 220 a year, maybe. I don't know. Like
Wow.
sometimes I
Yeah.
had to work, sometimes I didn't have to work. I was very glad that I got a job that was paid to code.
Hmm.
But sometimes I was like, oh, I should go back to being a nanny. I had babies and I had jobs and I made enough money to pay bills. And I miss the
Hmm.
babies.
Oh, you used to work in daycare?
No, I was a nanny for years.
Oh, nanny.
I am a newborn care specialist and a sleep counselor.
Really?
If you
Wow.
ever had a baby and you cannot get your baby to sleep, call me.
I'm gonna put that back here in the
I
back of my
love
mind.
babies. I totally love babies. I don't want one, but other people's babies is cool.
Okay, so you don't want
No,
babies, but you love babies
someday. Yeah, but I
someday.
love babies. I have raised like 4 children because I would get started then when they were like 3 months or newborns, and they stay with
Hmm.
them until they go to like kinder to preschool like 2. So yes, I raised those kids and they don't remember me.
Wow. Yeah, that's you were like such a crucial piece in their life, and they probably will not even remember you.
They puked on me. I had a baby puke inside my mouth.
Uh,
I love the reaction. I was like holding the baby and laughing, and then
Someone needs to clip that. I think I had a baby puke. When so I used to be a janitor, and I used to be a janitor, and there was one time this person like called over the radio like, "Hey Danny, can you go clean this mess?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I walk over there, and this baby had like literally puked its entire like body weight in the shopping cart. So it was like all over like food and in the shopping cart. And the mom was just holding the baby and was like, "Sorry." I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this. I just took the shopping cart outside and just sprayed it with a hose and
and
like all the food and stuff.
the good things like after being and it's hard to gross you out because they pee on you, they puke in you, they poop on you, and then they forget you.
Yeah.
So
Then they forget you.
yep.
I I guess what I was going to get at was that because we're the most junior people on the team, is there any type of like worries that you have, or any type of like? I know you say that you're like, I don't know why I'm here, but is there anything that how do I phrase this, like that you really want to like learn from people? Like what are your some goals as like being a junior going into like a team like this?
Uh, First, I want to get more technical. Like I have been doing HTML and CSS and some JavaScript,
Hmm.
but I feel like I haven't really coded the last 2 months, and I don't know JavaScript anymore. So I just really want to get more into the dev thing. I want to be a YouTuber like Chris. Chris, teach me. I want to be famous on YouTube. And really
Because I
just
feel like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no,
I
no,
don't
go
mean to
ahead,
cut
go
you off.
ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like a big crucial piece of this job is like you already kind of have down. Like you have a community on Twitch, you're streaming on Twitch, and you're good at it, and you know how to like make it work and make it happen. So it's like being technical, kind of like your big number one. Like that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, there's this part like I'm comfortable with is the DevRel part, the rel part of DevRel I'm comfortable with, and that is very funny. Like my therapist would be was shocked because I used to say I hate people. I mean, I don't really like people. I don't like talking. I hate make phone calls.
Actually gives hearts to people and just be like.
I hate make fun. But I found out what did I find out with Twitch and even with Tech Twitter that it's not that I don't like people. I don't like people that don't share my mindset. Like I don't like regular people that don't vibe like me. I'm not gonna talk about politics, but no, where I'm going with this.
Sure.
Some family events I would prefer to sleep in an iceberg than go, but I had to go, and that's how I got COVID. Hi, father. Hello, father. See, you called him. He's here.
You call him and he's here. We did just mention him like 5 seconds ago.
That's another meme that we had in Portuguese, chamou veio. So yeah. But yeah, it's like I like now that I like people. It's a funny thing. I don't like humanity, but I don't know. I'm very introvert. That's the thing. In person, I'm slow to warm up, and if I don't know you yet, I'm gonna be weird and awkward unless you want to talk to me about Game of Thrones so I can shame it. Then I can go on and on forever.
Dang, are you a full books? You're a Game of Thrones books.
I was totally okay with the show until they kill Sir Barristan Selm. And they had a lot of pieces that were missing that I was ignoring because hey, book is a thing, show is another day. And then I think the end of 6th season, I was like, that flip the table mode. Like
really that early, because that was like 2 seasons to like no
that was
four seasons in?
But the worst thing, like in the books readers community, you have this thing that we call Daenerys. That was like the biggest joke. Like that was ridiculous. That will never happen. And then it happened to show that was Daenerys and Jon Snow, and they were like, what? Like that will never happen in the book. If that happens in the book, I'm burning all the books and I'm burning George Martin's house.
Oh, like Daenerys become like goes
and Jon Snow having a thing.
Wow. Okay, so are you really into fantasy? Do you read a lot of fantasy books?
I read 110 books last year.
Have you read? Oh, go ahead. Wait. So okay, hold on. There's so much to unpack here. So you read 110 books last year. Have you read The Name of the Wind?
No, but I keep hearing that name, so I'm gonna add that to my list.
I have been obsessed with that book. So when Jonan told us to read Drive, I was reading The Name of the Wind instead.
See, that's the thing. I have ADHD, so and I didn't know that because I read so much. But as a hyper focus, I can read fantasy. Like I read the romances book one a day, but like no fiction. I have forced myself to read one like a month, and this before I go to bed, I just keep trying to read a chapter, and yes.
Okay, so we want to know. Do you have a Goodreads?
Yes, I do. It's very shameful because most of the things I have the Kindle account thing, and I just binge watch reading romances because they're just a good pastime. So most of my books are romances that I wouldn't talk about a lot.
Okay, so out of the 110 books that you've read this last year, what were like top 3, or like what's one that you find yourself keep talking about?
Maybe I could answer that to you with proper sleep. But right now, I don't know which year we are. Like,
I mean, neither.
Is that 2019 again? I don't know. But maybe I'm gonna answer you someday. I don't really remember.
I have my yearbook. I'm not. I don't want to drink it all. Like I'm just kind of like just sipping on it a little bit because I'm. I don't want to be energized. You know.
I don't think you can at this point.
No, I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep for a long time. Um, what 2021?
Are you
What?
sure?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like 2021.
Do you have
You
proof?
know, we wrote 2020, and I've written. I think I've written so 2020 so much because it doesn't feel like we lived in that year.
That was a very interesting year. And it was a terrible year, but so in the end of 2019, I went to that.to and I just write my 2020 goals. And I reached most of them, not the ones that include travel and going places. And the end, the year just went very well for me. So I feel kind of bad for the universe, but even COVID waited until I had a good job to catch me. You know?
Oh my gosh, yes, you had. Are you still recovering? What's the status? What's the
I mean,
status of
I'm
Pachi?
much better. I'm still very like congested and with a bit of cough. But like last week, I had to take breaks every 2 hours because I was just so tired and my body was like stop functioning. But now I'm much better. But my
Yeah,
husband got sick for like 3 days and it was okay. And then I got sick for like 3 weeks. So not fair.
yeah. See, it's weird how we don't have to go into COVID. We always talk about COVID. Um, what's so? What is something that? So you're self-taught. It's essentially right.
Google. Google.
Uh, what did someone introduce you, or you just stumbled across the community in uh, Brazil, or was there someone that kind of?
My brother and my sister-in-law, they are programmers.
Oh, really?
And I was happy being a nanny, though, there should be a nanny is that there's no growth because, baby grows, new job, and,
Hmm.
there's it forever. And I was watching Mr. Robot, right? And I love that show. And there was one episode that Elliot went and did some super hacking thing, and I was like, wow.
Hmm.
I was like, fair. And I just texted my brother. I was like, hey, can't you teach me how to hack? And he's like, sure, I can teach you like in 3 months. And I'm like, yes, let's do it. And then he sent me a HTML tutorial. I
Is
haven't
Mr.
had.
Robot sick?
Oh yeah, oh, it's so good. It's my favorite TV show ever. Like it's so good.
Really? I
Uh,
need to check it out then.
and I know I'm not. I haven't watched many shows that do hacking, but people say that it's the most realistic one. They don't have fake code like him and Malek actually went. I think he went to a boot camp or something like that. For
Really? For
yes,
the show?
yeah. So he knew some stuff.
Yeah, you see some like hacking stuff, and it's just like random
Yes,
letters
like
just like going up and down.
people they don't even look at the screen. They just and you're gonna see that was like this one meme in Brazil because there was a hacking in some soap opera and there was just CSS in the screen. And they're like, yeah, they're not hacking anything.
Yeah, like what are they hacking with that? That's not. They're just changing the background color.
Yeah, maybe it's a hack. But yeah, so that was Mr. Robot that. And my brother, he was always there if he had interest, but the thing, the moment that the switch was like, hey, I want to hack because of that. But yeah, and I had my younger brother is there in the chat actually, and he also started learning with me. And I want him to learn English so I can find him a job here, even if it's remote, so he can stop asking me for money. Just kidding. I was like so shocked because Chris posted on tweet like, oh, I told my brother that I'm gonna give him a PlayStation 5, but he has to start learning to code and waking up at 10. I'm like, dude, my brother didn't give me anything. And he forced me to learn at least an hour a day and be up every morning before work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Chris'
Yeah.
brother, you're a lucky one.
Yeah, I think there's Jill says something about programming being contagious, and I think that's true. It's like, especially if someone in your family is programming,
Hmm.
it kind of piques an interest. Like I know my brother is kind of interested in it now,
Yeah,
and
my 10 years old cousin just texted me saying he's learning HTML and CSS. Like literally just like 10 minutes ago. I'm so
it's,
proud.
it's because his cousin's so popular on Twitch. They're trying to be famous too.
Famous.
Famous, yeah. Um, I mean, look at you have all these people at 6 in the morning.
Oh, in
What
Brazil,
are
it's 2 hours more. So, like, there is eight, nine, it's 10, almost 10 there.
10 o'clock in the morning on a Friday though? You know?
Yeah. But they love me. I paid in well. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
you pay yeah. You say, hey, I need
Yeah,
it.
I
I
pay
want to look
well.
good on the relic, so you need to
They
open
are
it.
all my mods, but Lip is not. But everybody else is my mod. And that's the thing, like we are talking about having mods and like all the people that are my moderators, it cannot just happen. They were always there. And I'm like, hey, you are always here. You're gonna take care of this chat. Here, have a sword of power. Yes.
And that's kind of what you're talking about not only just streaming, but like really incorporating yourself in the community, like noticing who comes consistently and watching people's streams and like really integrating yourself with it all rather than just like trying to be on your own over here.
Yeah, that's important. Like sometimes, like the other day, somebody show up that he hadn't showed up like in 6 months, and then you're like, hey,
Uh-huh.
how have you been? Like, how is your computer? How is your mom? Of course, there's lots of people that just lurk. Like I usually have anything between 30 and 60 viewers, and just like 10 to 20 are active in the chat. So some people are just staring at my face. You are weird, but I appreciate you anyways.
Maybe they
Uh,
just want your voice. Yeah,
I
it's like
don't
they
know,
just treat it like a podcast.
right? And that's fine. But the people that are chatting, I know them and I love them, and you know, and they know I love them. And we have this very friendly relationship. Like some stuff even happening recently that I can say they're my friends. Like really, especially the ones that are in the chat right now. Like Carol. We're just friends. Like when I go to Brazil, when I finally will be able to go to Brazil, we're gonna have a conference just for us. Like,
Just
we're gonna
doing
rent
just a
some
party.
place. Yes, we're gonna have a conference just for us. You are invited. You are invited if you want to
Oh
go.
yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, let's go.
Is there any people in the chat that you haven't, like, you would consider your friends, but you haven't ever met like in person?
Everybody.
Oh really? That's so sick.
But my brother and my dad, like everybody. Tonyo Codes, Carol, Pokemon, Castro, JP. I know my brother because,
Because yeah, your brother.
Pachi's new brother. Bye. That's not exactly. Yeah, I just got a new brother.
Yay!
When did that happen? My mom is your friend.
um,
About 10 minutes ago.
what is this? What is this link?
It's my brother's Twitch, but he hasn't streamed in like 10,000 months. I was trying to get him. That's the thing about Twitch and streaming, because I try to get people into that. Some people are just not into it. Like, I told my brother, I'm gonna pay you to watch my streams, and he still doesn't. And when he does, he doesn't participate. So I mean, it's not shame. It's not, it's just some people are different. Like, these people they're in the chat talking right now. They literally spend the entire day on Twitch. Like ever live coding you go, you're gonna find them chatting. I know because I am also there with them. And the cool thing is, like, you make friends with everybody. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything you want to say in your parting words to the chat, to the New Relic stream?
I just love you all. And I have told them already, but you are why I got this job in the first place. And if you don't know me, just follow me in places, especially Twitch and Twitter. I post lots of cool stuff on Twitter.
You do.
Sometimes I complain about people and about society, but I also
Mm.
post pictures of my cats, and they're cute. So worth it.
Work it. All right, we're gonna get jail codes in here. Pachi, you're the
Thank
best.
you.
Uh,
Bye.
take care. See ya.